They call me Noxu Dong, the Wide Warrior.
This movie's gonna flop. Our mind's about to pop.
But enough of that noise.
Time for the B-roll, boys.
Welcome to another flying, split, roundhouse kicking episode of B-Roll Boys. This week we present to you 1989's masterful martial arts revenge thriller, Kickboxer, starring Jean Santa Claus Van Damme. I'm your host, and with me as always, Harlan. Whoa. And Justin. I mean, that was us through the whole movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look how oiled he is! Like, Jesus Christ!
Yes. So for motivation for this episode, we just have the main menu of the Blu-ray of Kickboxer just on. Oh, look at that. Look at that muscly armed man right there. He's got ropes tied to his fist. He looks like he has a bunch of weed on him.
It really does look like weed.
Also, before we get into the movie
muscles.
itself, I just have to comment on the Blu-ray real quick. It surprisingly has an actual menu of like scenes of the movie and stuff, but the special features is literally what else has Lionsgate's produced.
Yeah,
Here it is.
Buy our other
And
shit.
also Spanish subtitles, apparently.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's a feature.
You know, I think it's because the Blu-ray is so thick that they couldn't, like, cram any more testosterone onto the disc. It's already, like,
That makes
a
sense.
fucking disc of spam just being crammed into the PS4.
I noticed it was a little meaty, like when I was trying to put it in.
It was fucking dripping when you took it out of the box.
I dropped the disc and cracked my hardwood floor. It was really weird.
You dropped the disc and got flood damage.
So can I make a confession?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
So, Wes, you've seen this before many times.
Many
I'm assuming.
times.
Justin, it seems like you really like this movie.
I loved it.
I wasn't super crazy about it. I mean, I enjoyed parts of it for sure, but I don't know, just too much of the movie for me was spent on training and like nothing was happening.
And you didn't like
You
it?
just
I don't know,
watched like 3 different series of Dragon Ball, and you're gonna bitch about training? That's all they do.
No.
This whole movie was him powering up.
Yeah, but he didn't,
Him
charge his
going
ki in the
Super
same way.
Saiyan is just being covered
Oh,
in
I'm
baby
sorry.
oil.
It's not fucking anime, so you can't watch it.
His hair didn't go up spiked like NSYNC.
I don't know,
So
I-
you can't watch it.
I just wanted something more plot driven rather than character driven, like this is.
It's called Kickboxer.
This was definitely like a Citizen Kane-esque character
How
study.
many boxes were kicked?
Okay, I don't think there was a single box in this movie.
Yeah, exactly.
There actually wasn't
he's
even
a
a stereotypical 80s scene of like someone driving through a pile of boxes either.
They drove a car through a wall.
But it wasn't boxes.
Yeah, but it's close.
I guess, whatever.
I love this. This was a great movie.
Yeah, Harlan,
I enjoyed parts of it for sure.
I brought this to you expecting nothing but love and admiration. And now I'm getting this.
I mean, I didn't think it was a bad movie at all, but it was, but I'm glad I watched it, but I probably wouldn't watch it again.
I am actually
The look Justin just gave Wes.
physically hurt by this. But
Wes is sweating.
Justin turned and looked at Wes as if the words coming out of his mouth were going to be, "We need a new B-roll boy." He's done. Like, Harlan's out.
I just wanted to see Wes like melting down.
Harlan's on thin fucking ice right now with me, young man.
Wes about to have an embolism.
But anyway, so speaking of Kickboxer, this movie is about kickboxers.
What?
The titular kickboxer. So,
Do you want to do a drinking game for how many spin kicks there are in it?
we die of alcohol poisoning. There's some things that just can't possibly be turned into drinking games, and that's one of them.
It's like the Lord of the Rings drinking games where you have to like drink at all the gay scenes.
You'd
There
have
were
to,
some pretty gay scenes in this movie, too.
that is true.
Yeah.
Like, even between the two brothers, like the main character and his brother, I don't know, it felt
Well,
pretty gay.
after they win their first championship, they go on like a man date together.
Yeah.
So, speaking of, the movie starts off, they're at a...
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. They start at an all-American karate championship that everyone gives a shit about. Freedom!
So it's just like Karate Kid, where everybody is like weirdly obsessed with karate, and that's the one like subset of culture that they're into.
I guess so. I mean, it really only show that one fight, so everyone there would obviously be into it. But I guess they didn't hype it up to the point of like fucking Karate Kid or anything. But anyway, Jean-Claude Van Damme's brother is like the best kickboxer ever, at least in America.
Whoa.
Because soon after he wins his championship, he's challenged. Some guy's like, "Yeah, you're pretty good. You think you can cut it in Taiwan?" And he's like, "Yeah, probably." And
Yeah,
then
they're not American and fat.
he's also like the biggest Chad ever. He's like, "Yeah, I'll fucking go over there, Taiwan, Tokyo, wherever. I'll kill all of them." And they're like, "Okay, sweet." And then all of a sudden they book a flight, and then him and Jean-Claude are like going down like a river like rowboat together.
Yeah, it's like a man date,
like a
just a
gondola.
bro date. Yeah,
And Jean-Claude is
they're
just
like out on the town.
head to toe in denim.
Oh yeah,
He's like shirtless with a denim vest on.
Dress for success.
and his brother's got like like a button up shirt, but it's only buttoned like halfway.
And it's
Yeah.
it's a sleek Hawaiian.
Yeah,
A nice Hawaiian textured shirt.
Also, half of the wardrobe is just like sweatpants up to dude's tits.
can I just say?
Yeah.
I think I got a weird impression from the very beginning of this movie, because when they're having that first fight in America, I don't know, like they're discussing it afterwards, and the reporters are asking like, "What are you gonna do now?" And blah 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 blah. And I don't know, this cooled off after that scene, but the dialogue in the opening is so unnaturally snappy. Like everybody responds to what someone says immediately, and I don't know, real life just doesn't work that way. Like you take a second to like process what they said before they respond, but it's like as soon as the word ends at the end of their sentence, they respond. It's really weird.
It doesn't help when like every single word of the first 10 minutes of this movie is overdubbed, and you can tell.
Yeah,
I was
you
about
can
to say,
really
like, this
tell.
is really obvious.
Yeah, like there's.
Like you said at Harlan, at one point you said that the Foley in this movie is just like
Yeah,
really
that too.
weirdly mixed. Everything is so present.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that we were watching it with like a sound bar where everything is kind of in like one center channel.
Yeah.
And
But
you
still.
know what the best example of that was? When what was his brother's name?
Eric?
Eric, yeah. Before he gets his ass kicked by Tong Po, I forget what he says, but
Tong
he's
Po?
like
Tong
like
Po?
he's like, "I can take him. I don't know, he like talks himself up, and then he shakes his chest, and it makes like this like sound, like Justin said, it sounded like macaroni.
Yeah,
It's just like
that's when they're hyping up the Taiwan fight after their mandate, and he's like, "I don't know, man."
I don't know if that's gonna show up on the mic too, but
Because
I can't do it loud.
there we go.
Harlan's double fisting it.
But yeah, after they go on their mandate, they're like preparing. They're preparing for the Taiwan fight against Tong Po, and Jean-Claude is like, he's going to get him some ice, and he just walks in on him like kicking a wall.
Yeah, like as you do in your spare time.
Yeah.
Kicking a pillar.
Jean-Claude sees him in there, is like, "Oh, huh." And the guy turns around and like smiles at him, then just like keeps kicking a wall. And he's like, he goes back, "Hey, bro, I don't know if you should fight this guy."
It's crazy.
And then that's when he does the. Yeah, there you go. It's like, "Look how fast I am," and he's just like, I don't know, jelly flopping around.
He's like,
He's truffle shuffling.
that's what it is. And yeah, again, just to emphasize, it sounds like macaroni.
Oh yeah, before we get into the fight itself, we gotta say, Eric, the brother, amazing dude. He's rocking the full stash and mullet combo.
He's
Great
got like
stash.
he's got the Jerry curl and the stash.
Jerry curl mullet with a stash. It's incredible.
I just want to say, just for the record, whenever I don't know when, but whenever I cut my hair, I'm gonna do a stash, just a stash.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Do it.
count down the days, y'all.
Wait, when
I
are you cutting your
tried
hair?
just a stash,
I don't know,
and I looked
but-
like I touched kids. So,
It's not a good look.
I'll take that risk.
I mean, the worst that happens, you can just shave it off. Because if I had a patchy beard and like a patchy mustache that's coming in, that's one thing. But like to have a full mustache and then nothing else, I don't think it looks good on me.
I think you could rock the stash, Ron.
I think
Thanks,
you could. I think you have the energy to rock a stash.
Rock the
Thanks.
stash, ba.
Shall we eat it like it? Anywho, yeah, the movie.
Oh, yes. So he goes in the ring with Tong Po and gets fucking destroyed.
Oh yeah,
Just-
this is a fucking
Just
beatdown.
shit slapped up and down the ring. He's just like holding him up against the ropes and just rib kicking him like 20 times in a row.
It's, like,
and the crowd
completely
is loving
one-sided,
it
yeah.
too. And Jean-Claude's just sitting there like, huh, maybe we shouldn't have fought him.
Like, cool, thanks, but my organs are liquid now. That was fun.
And Taiwan's cool because Jean-Claude threw in the ring in the towel into the ring, and they didn't stop the fight. He just kicked the towel off and then broke his brother's back.
Yeah, with his elbow.
Yeah, it was
Because
pretty
he's
Screams,
like,
no!
he screams no a lot in this movie.
Because he winds up to do it, like Eric's like on the ground on his stomach, and as he's getting up, like Tong Po like lifts his elbow up, and so Jean-Claude Van Damme has plenty of time to react.
Dadgum.
Wait, his name is Kurt.
I'm gonna call him Jean-Claude Van Darn
You boy Gene Denham.
Darn it.
Anyway, but yeah, there's lots of. I noticed that too. There's lots of wind-ups to the moves here, like
telegraphing hard.
Yeah, like any sort of video game, with the boss fight, it's like, oh yeah, they communicate their moves very well.
He's about to do his fatality.
He's got to queue up his combos. But anyway, after he gets shit slapped, they just fucking put him on a stretcher and just throw him in the street.
Like literally just put him on the curb.
And he's like, yeah, where's the hospital? And they just walk away. He's like, hello? Where's the fucking hospital? And thankfully there's one other American in the audience that I guess he connects with.
Well, he got like thrown off of the ring by Tong Po, and he like landed into that guy.
Oh, yeah,
and he was like, hey, get off of me. And then he was like, please, I need help. And then he was like, no, there's 2 more fights. I'm not going anywhere. And then so he leaves. And he follows his brother outside, and then that guy from the audience just follows him out anyway. And I guess he just changed his mind for no reason.
Your boy Winston Taylor.
Hell yeah.
He's based as fuck.
He is based as fuck.
And that's his whole character, too.
It's
like
based.
he's like, no, man, I'm not going to fucking do that. And he just does it.
Yeah, he's always like, I don't want any fucking part in this. And then the next scene, he's like, all right, yeah, sure.
And he's always like smoking a cigar, and he's got sunglasses and shit.
Straw hat,
And just knee deep in puss, like, constantly.
Yeah.
Almost literally.
Almost literally.
And then after, so they go to the hospital, right?
Mm.
And they find out that he's paralyzed. And this is one of my favorite parts of the movie is the walking montage. Because at first, Jean-Claude Van Damme is like, I'm gonna get Tong Po. I'm gonna get that guy. And he's like all pumped up and he's angry and he's like out for blood. But then the next scene, he's just like walking through town and there's like 80s music playing and he's just like kind of like kicking pebbles walking down the street.
Like a sappy ballad.
An immediate 80s montage.
That's great.
With like the lamest song ever playing.
I was like, I feel like that's a third act moment. And
that's
first,
like
5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, second act low point,
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess the point of that was he was just kind of walking around to find someone that can train him.
He was literally just like twiddling his thumbs.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, he literally just like walks into any random place and he's like, hey, do you know Muay Thai? Can you train me?
Because they tell him his brother can't even like leave the hospital for 3 months.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, I guess
perfect amount of time to train.
3 months is key to learn a completely new fighting style that he's never done before.
Yeah, harden your body and mind. Fall in love with someone, perhaps your trainer's niece.
Harden your dick.
Wait,
always stay hard.
Always stay hard. Which we find out in this movie is the number 1 rule of fighting: always be hard.
You cannot be hard unless you are hard.
That was in the Bible.
But eventually he meets back up with Winston, and he's like, "Oh, hey, actually, I know a guy." And they never explain how he knows this dude.
Yeah.
His name is Gian, and he's just a Muay Thai trainer that lives out in the woods by himself. But somehow this dude just knows him. Yeah. I guess he knows everybody in Taiwan.
Well, they say like, it's I guess implied that like he used to be a teacher, and then he hasn't done it in a long time.
Yeah.
And then so at first he's like, no, I'm not gonna teach you. And then it's just kind of like, all right, yeah, I'll do it. There's a lot of that in this movie.
But my brother got hurt, and then
it's like, oh, why didn't you say so?
My mind has been changed.
And Winston Taylor also implies that he was he's kind of like just MIA, because he says he's like an ex-trained like Navy SEAL or something, and
he was.
And then he's like, I'm retired, kind of. So like he basically just ran away.
He's just AWOL.
So he's just living in Taiwan.
Also, can we talk about it's Jiang, right?
Gian, I think.
Huh?
Gian.
John.
Sure.
John. Jonathan.
It's the John of Taiwan.
Tai John. The teacher has like the most amazing flex against Kurt.
God. Why didn't we talk about this?
He's like, "Are you a good fighter? Yeah. You got a good defense? Yeah." And he just like jumps up and is in the air for like 5 seconds and just like kicks right in front of his face back and forth like 3 times.
And of course, all you see, like, it's like a shot of like his feet leaving the ground, and then it cuts to Jean-Claude Van Damme, and you see like feet flying by him like 4 different times, and then it cuts to Jean's feet landing back on the ground.
It's really awkwardly shot, but it delivers the
It was
impact
hilarious.
so amazingly.
It was
we were
hilarious.
like losing our shit.
And yes, it was a very Dragon Ball moment. I absolutely loved it.
The most top tier anime moment of this entire movie.
It reminded me a lot of that scene in Dragon Ball during the Tenkaichi when Roshi and Krillin explain their fight because it happened too fast for the audience to see. So they like walk through it. They're like, well, first I threw a punch and then he dodged it.
Yeah, exactly. Man, Dragon Ball sounds riveting.
That's why the Tournament of Power was dragged out so long, because their perception of it was much faster than everyone else's.
You see, Justin, Akira Toriyama was turning fighting tournament tropes on its head with Dragon Ball at the time. Okay,
Yeah.
he was, you know.
You know, Justin?
You hear that? That's the sound of everyone closing out because we're talking about Dragon Ball.
It's all right. We got our 30 seconds. It counts as a listen. We know how to work the system.
Working them 20 listens, boy.
Yeah, we in double digits now.
Thanks for tuning in.
But I mean, ultimately, that's pretty much the rest of the movie. The dude trains him to beat him, and he does.
That's why I wasn't super crazy about it, because like probably this movie was like what, an hour and a half, and like probably like 50 or 60 minutes of that is just him training in the woods.
Awesome training scenes.
You know what I did love?
What's that?
At one point, like to go test his fighting, and I guess like spread the word on how he's like climbing up the ranks. They go to a bar that's like on the river
In the middle of the day.
Yeah, and he's like, can you dance? And he's like, yeah, I can dance. And so he's like
pissed drunk.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, well, show me you can dance. I want to see you can dance. And so he like goes and he puts something on the jukebox, and his dancing is just fucking hilarious. He's just like swinging his booty back and forth, and like, and these 2 girls join him, and he's like, and he does a split, and his fucking caboose is like front and center for the camera. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it's like Jean-Claude Van Damme. That caboose is front and center.
It was.
Oh, and then he gets jumped by like 5 guys.
Yeah, because I guess Gian told everyone that like they're like, oh, he said that your mom fucks donkeys and shit.
He's
It's like Xbox Live chat.
He's like, well, why'd you do that? And he's like, well, it made him really mad. Good training. And you're like, hell yeah. Jan's based as fuck.
Yeah, meanwhile he's like pissed drunk, and he still managed to kick everybody's ass effortlessly.
Yeah, he kicks 2 guys at once doing a split kick.
Yeah.
What if he just like passed them a little nose and said like kill yourself, not install? You think they'd have the same reaction?
Yeah.
Get good.
He's just sending out notes that say mad cause bad.
Yeah, he's just flexing on all these small towns. And
As you do.
I like how John Simpson sends him to go get groceries, and he runs into his niece, who I guess runs the local like general store, and he beats a bunch of ass there too because they're like trying to extort money out of her, and she's just pissed because all he did was like throw them into all of her produce.
Yeah,
it was really kind of a dick.
just ruined-
move.
Way more collateral damage than she was gonna be put out.
Yeah, he
Like,
just
they
ruined
wanted like $5. You took out my whole tomato.
Yeah, he
carton.
ruined her inventory by literally like sitting their asses on all the peaches and shit. Like,
Kind of a dick move.
yeah.
Yeah, that was uncouth.
That might have been his cringe point in the film.
Yeah,
But he trained beyond his cringe to become based.
yeah. Well, he started out base and he became more base.
Yeah.
I like how they were trying to like make him seem next to his brother like he was kind of a bitch because they're training, and he's like, "Come on, kick! You got to kick with power." And John Claude's like,
Oh, okay, sorry, I'm frail.
Well, he's kicking a bamboo tree, like a really thick one. And you know, his like shin gets all fucking like bruised, and he's like, "Come on, dude, keep kicking." And he's like,
He's like, no, man, I'm done. He's like, all right, fucking
No,
leave.
I can't do it.
He's like, what?
I mean, come on, if you can't kick a tree with your bare foot,
"You
like,
can't dodge a ball."
But he's like, what about your brother, man? And he's like, oh, fuck. Then he gets pissed and kicks a tree down with his shin.
yeah,
See? That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was cool, right? Right, Harlan?
yeah, it was cool.
He doesn't seem enthused. What about all the parts where he's training underwater?
Or in the temple.
I don't know. I just wanted to be more
Or on the lawn?
more eventful,
Or in the house?
Wakes up,
Or in a
trains.
random bar?
yeah.
But I guess they won't even let him fight Tong Po at first because they set him up with some other random like shitty guy.
Yeah, he's got to climb the ranks.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of wanted to see more of those fights. I feel like that would have broken up the monotony of the training a little bit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But they only had like one fight with him, like that wasn't a street fight.
Yeah, like a structured fight.
Except for the
I
end.
wanted this to be more like undefeatable, where just like everybody picks a fight with anyone for no reason at all, and yeah, I was
It's
surprised.
like a random encounter in an RPG.
Yeah, I was surprised that that's not really a thing in this movie because like it feels ripe for it, But yeah, it's the actual fights in this movie are kind of sparse.
I guess it was only to serve as a device to grant him his fabled nickname, Noxu Cow, the White Warrior.
That aged well.
The white guy.
He fights and he's white. There we go.
Hey, the McDonald's employee.
And the whole
McRib.
movie, the whole movie, everyone's the McRib Warrior.
McRib.
I'm not going to chant for the McRib. McDonald's
dude.
sucks.
I want to do underground street fighting now, and they're like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "The McRib."
Yo, the next
You want to
time
get
we
into
do
an
it-
underground fighting ring to make a joke?
the
What
next time-
joke?
No, here's the nerdiest version of that. The next time that we do one of those Smash tournaments, you need to make your name McRib
Done. Okay.
and sign your name as that. Don't even say Harlan. It's like, all right, now Justin is matched up with the McRib trademark.
Just put straight up Noxu Cow.
That could be my name. His name could be McRib. So I could get my ass beat in the first round again.
Let's do it.
That was embarrassing. Yeah, quick side note. Me and Harlan did a Smash Brothers tournament at a like arcade bar thing a couple weeks ago. And I kind of came in with like big dick energy. I kind of came in like John's brother.
Oh yeah.
I flew too close to the sun and I let my ego get the best of me. And then Harlan watched in horror as I got fucking destroyed. And then he actually like got really close to winning.
Which I didn't expect, not in a million years. But yeah, I mean, it was just luck of the draw, I suppose. Because yeah, if I'd been matched up against Justin, played this really annoying Isabel, who
That
like
dude was a fucking cock.
exactly, yeah. Like if I had played that guy, there's no way I would have even gotten a single hit in.
The first guy that I matched up with was cool. He was like shaking my hand. He was like, "Oh, good game, man. Like, you're really good." He was like being a totally cool sport. And then the second guy, he like comes in like he just got blown smoking a cigarette. He like flips his hair. And he was maining Isabel, and I was like, "Oh, good luck, man." He's like, "Yeah, thanks." And I kept trying to like banter with him. He'd kill me, and I was like, "Whoa, spicy!" And he just wouldn't say anything.
He's focused on the match.
Well, and then after he won, he was like, "Yeah, had to bring out the big guns for that one."
So that was a compliment.
And I was like, "No," but he was like acting like he was cool. He was like, "Yeah." He won a fucking $40 gift card to a bar.
Wait, do you
My fucking hero.
wait? Do you just get a gift card for the bar?
Yeah.
Honestly, that's
Not-
kind of cool though.
Not only that, but they decreased the first place prize from the week I was there before. Because the first time I went, there was only like I think like 7 people total in the tournament,
Yeah.
and first place prize was a $50 gift card. The time me and Justin went, there was 16 people participating in the tournament, but first place was only a $40 gift card.
What chintzy fucks.
Right? Like, come on, you got way more people here this time. Like, if anything, the price should go up.
Maybe
For
they
like
didn't expect
beers that they get from next door.
Yeah. But
Okay.
anyhow, so that was my fighting story. Right,
That was the story of McRib.
I got to, I got to like
McRib.
5th place.
I got fucking last place. And then I had an exhibition match and I lost that too.
Dude,
Damn.
I was so surprised, man. If you had been there that first week I went, I still stand by. I'm sure you would have won. It was just like the week that you and I did go, there happened to be like really try hard people there that time. You know?
Yeah, that's
They just
I
took
mean,
it very
I got
seriously.
broken like Bruce Wayne, and I had to have my Dark Knight Rises training montage.
So the movie.
Yeah,
All right. What happens next? Where do we leave off?
I mean, there's not like. Yeah, like we said, like he fights one dude, and then they're like, "Oh, you're gonna fight him the ancient way," which means like you fight in an underground tomb somewhere. And so like yeah, like they're under like They're underground.
Why
it's
are
like,
you saying this like it's not awesome?
Yeah,
no,
totally
quizzically.
shrugging this
no, it was
off.
awesome. It was just like, where is this place, you know? But
Who cares?
The,
No,
the
yeah, no,
ancient
you're right.
way of gluing broken glass. to
yeah,
your
they're
hands.
like, okay, so we're gonna wrap your hands in hemp rope, and then you're gonna
Hell
dip
yeah.
it in resin with broken glass.
They're like smashing up beer bottles.
Yeah.
What if Gene Claudio from Coheed had just had like a giant Bud Light sticker on his knuckle?
He just has beer stickers all over him like a fucking NASCAR.
Yeah. That'd be the true Noxu Cow. Just comes in with a bunch of sponsors.
Sell out. See me, I just have one giant McRib across my chest.
Tattooed.
I just put a Mountain Dew can on
there's
my
like,
dick.
Can we mention real quick that there's like a weird subplot where he's being pitted against like this local. Is this like a crime lord? Like
Yeah.
the dudes that are sitting in the audience watching Tong Po.
Well, yeah, it's like
Freddie Lee.
They're like
like-
his sponsors.
yeah, or like his agent or something.
Yeah.
They're like, I think they're the ones that arrange the fights to happen.
They control Tong Po. He's like
And
like a
who
figurehead for them.
he who controls Tong Po controls Thailand.
Thanks.
See, this movie has stakes, but not just those stakes, not just political stakes,
Oh yeah, we get so
but also
many stakes.
there's personal stakes.
multiple
because
layers of it.
What is a fighting movie without a rape?
For
Yeah.
the past 2 karate movies we've watched.
And that was also after his brother gets kidnapped and Zhang's dog gets a knife thrown into it.
Kiki.
Kiki.
Poor Kiki.
Key.
Yeah, so both of those happen, and then she gets kidnapped and raped, and I'm like, all right, we're loading up on the personal.
Well, see, that's just
what am I trying to say? Like his cause for fighting, like.
it's filling up his rage even harder because when they get to the fight, they're like, "We kidnapped your brother. We're gonna kill him if you don't just take the most epic beating of your life."
Oh yeah, I
And
guess
so
it like fills his
he's got
limit break.
all this shit going on, and then they're like, "Oh yeah, you need to be a pussy out there. We're gonna kill your brother." And then so he's like pissed off about everything. He's taking hits.
And it's also important to mention that he doesn't know about the rape. The rape is a secret.
Yeah, Tong Po reveals that in the fight.
Yeah.
And then he hits his limit break and gets pissed, and then Tong Po doesn't even remotely put up a fight.
Well, that's the thing is like I guess I missed that was why, but yeah, before that, Kurt, Jean-Claude Van Goshdarn is just not even putting up any hint of resistance in this fight, and I was like, okay, I guess that
told him he
explains it.
can't.
Yeah, and then yeah, as soon as
He's just supposed to take a beating for like 7
Well, and
rounds.
then Gian goes and rescues the brother.
yeah, I guess he knew where to find
and
him
he
somehow.
fucking mulches like 10 guys.
Oh yeah, no,
to get to him.
he sounds a guy with a meat hook.
He brought his special sounding rod.
He sounds him with a meat hook. I'm not kidding. He like listeners, he like wedges him, but then when you think about where the end of the hook went, it had to go up his dick.
It went up his dick,
Well-
and then he slung him across the warehouse.
No, yeah, he's like pulling the rope as if he's like moving him around like a puppet.
Well, and also in the middle of this ambush, this rescue mission, there's fucking Winston Taylor,
Oh, yeah,
who
sure,
comes in like what's his Carl Weathers from Predator.
Oh, yeah. He comes in full predatored out.
No, yeah, he shows up like
he comes in noob tubes.
no, yeah, he's got in. He walks in and like the fucking spotlight shining behind him. So like to our perspective, he's just like a silhouette, and the music's all like. You know, like he's playing this awesome synth music. It's fucking great.
And
And of course, a guy walks up behind him, and without even looking, he's just like whoosh with his elbow.
that's the cool guy
Yeah.
thing. You can't look
It
at him.
happens like 4 times in this movie.
Pistol grip pump in his lap at all times.
But yeah, then they take his brother back to the fight, and then he yells at him, and he's like, "Hey man, I'm over here. I'm alive."
all
It's
good.
like he's like, "Okay, cool. I can fucking destroy this guy now."
Well, yeah, but also, yeah, he just learned from Tong Po, who just couldn't keep his mouth shut, that he raped, what's her name?
Yeah,
Mai Li.
he was keeping that info in his back pocket.
Yeah.
Like if that was going to help to bring it up at some point.
Yeah. And then yeah, like so he gets that anger, and then he's like, but I still can't kick his ass. And then he's like, oh, my brother's safe. All right. And then he gets a second win. That he fucking just like, and then yeah, after that, it's completely one-sided.
Well,
like
and
Tong
he-
Po can't do shit.
He also makes sure to like extra dunk on him by enforcing the handicap where he cuts off the hemp rope with the glass so he could just beat his ass bare-fisted.
Yeah.
And he's also like, this is when he starts flexing a whole lot more, and he's way more oiled.
Yeah, it's
so
like
he
it's
looks
like,
a fucking thing of spam.
it's like the oil is his anger. It's just secreting from his fucking skin.
It's the steroids he's sweating out.
That was sick. He's like, I don't need no rope.
Oh yeah, what's with his accent? Like it's all over the place in this movie.
Well, he's German, isn't
He's
he?
Belgian.
Belgian.
Is
They
it?
call him the muscles from Brussels. I'm dead serious.
And of course they have to like say, because they keep calling him an American. He's like, well, I was born in Brussels, but I live in Los Angeles. LA. It's like, man, we can't just have like a fucking Belgian guy.
Well,
It's
because
got to be like cheeseburgers and McDonald's the whole time.
And McRibs.
The
his
McRibs.
brother's American as shit. Well, they say he was raised in Belgium, and then his brother was raised in America. Then he moved to America eventually.
Yeah.
But he's just known as the American.
Yeah.
It's really kind of sad. They're stereotyping.
Well, yeah, but he wins, and that's pretty much it.
That's literally
and
it. Like,
boy,
like
does he win.
Oh, yeah,
because
he
like
beats
when he's getting the
ass.
ropes cut off, this is another scene where he attacks him without looking. He's like trying to Scooby-Doo sneak up behind him, and then Jean-Claude just
no
does
refs
a
or anything.
Sick, yeah, he just does a sick fucking kick behind him.
No,
and
yeah.
kicks him square in the face.
No, yeah,
and I
there's
guess
some
that discombobulates him because he's like fucked up the rest of the fight.
yeah, it was over after that single kick. But I mean, there's a lot of great ones. Like my favorite one is it's a slow motion shot just of Tong Po's face, and he just fucking like dicks him right in the fucking nose, and you just see him like. It's fucking hilarious.
There's a couple great parts where Jean-Claude like channels his Bruce Lee, where he just like punches him hard in the chest, and then the dude goes flying, and then he just sits there screaming, staring at his own fist for a few seconds. And it's like, yeah.
I thought he was gonna hit him with that move that they did in Hot Rod that makes you shit yourself. That's what this movie needed.
It needed a nice shit self scene.
Yeah. And then he
But yeah, typical 80s tournament action movie ends. They win the tournament, and it's immediately credits.
yeah,
freeze frame.
freeze frame with everybody cheering, and then just credits roll over that. Like that's it.
We don't know if they're going to stay in Taiwan, if he's going to bring them back with him,
It's
cares?
if he's going to continue fighting.
it's weird because
I care.
with how much hatred he was festering for Tong Po. I thought like, is he gonna kill him? Is he gonna paralyze him back? But he just kind of
he
kicks his
just-
ass and then
yeah.
just leaves him there.
He gets an ouchie.
He doesn't seem to be like really that fucked up. It's like he might have a concussion and that's it.
Yeah, coward.
Yeah.
He even kill somebody.
But yeah, that's the movie.
Well, I mean, if they killed him, then he couldn't have came back in Kickboxer 2.
Is there a sequel?
There is, but he's not in it.
Ah.
Or Jean-Claude's not in it. Tong Po is.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm serious.
Is it his revenge story?
Yo, is he
Is
the
it like Rocky
protagonist?
2?
I guess we'll have to find
No,
out.
Rocky
like-
3.
It's like the Shadow the Hedgehog of the franchise.
Is this the Sonic Adventure 2 of Kickboxer?
Dude, I knew those fucking temple grounds reminded me of the fucking Echidna temple from Sonic Adventure.
That's just used a lot, though, because I swear to God, those are the same temples used in Mortal Kombat.
You did call
Annihilation.
that out. You said that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You knew.
I do.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of dumb shit. That's why I know. But, yeah. Not that this was dumb. This was art.
Of course.
So what would you give it out of 10? I give it an 8.
I also, just based on nostalgia, I'm going to up that to a 9. Kickboxer kicks fucking ass.
I'm only gonna give it like a 6. I hate
That's
to.
okay.
Yeah.
You're allowed to have a different opinion, Harlan.
Thank you.
We have to have the same rating for every movie, Harlan.
It is not certified B.
No, but
sorry.
I'm glad you gave it a 6, because when you were first talking about it, I thought you were going to give this like a 4 or something. I was kind of worried.
No. I mean, like, I liked it overall, but like I said, like, I probably won't watch it again.
I will.
All right, we're going to have a
I'll watch
kickbox-
it this weekend.
We're going to have a Kickboxer night. Just so I know a movie with a storied production such as this has a lot of trivia, right?
Oh, it's got 1.
Okay. I'm actually surprised.
I don't
thought
know.
you
What
might
is
have
the word that I
gotten
use for like trivia? Is it like I have 1 trivia or like I don't know
A
what to
fun
call it.
fact, a factoid.
I have
Harlan
I have
fun
one
facts.
factoid for
A
you.
nug of facts.
Yes, here we go.
Fact nugget.
Nugget.
Michael Kesey was a technical advisor / choreographer when he overheard the production crew say they were looking for a tall, oriental-looking guy with a background in Muay Thai. He volunteered and got the part of Tong Po, because he is originally from Morocco, makeup was used to make him look more Asian.
So that's why his face is all fucked up? I thought he
looks
just
weird,
got like
doesn't it?
stung
Like-
by bees or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. There's a lot of shots where he kind of looks like this, like and like
He looks puffy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so there you have it.
I mean,
They were trying
a
to
Moroccan guy.
Cool.
Well, it's not believable that he's good at martial arts unless,
Oh yeah, true,
Yeah.
true.
according to this movie at least. But yeah, also
What a weird thing to emphasize.
No, that's just also weird because yeah. So Michael Kesey was the one that played Tong Po, but in the credits, Tong Po is credited as himself.
He's the legend of Tong Po.
He became
was
the
method
role.
acting.
He became the character. Yeah.
He's one of those guys like, you will call me Tong Po every second I'm on the set.
Dude, you know what I was expecting? With his fucking ridiculously long mohawk ponytail, I was expecting Jean-Claude Van Gogh to fucking like grab it and like fucking just like yeet it and like bash
he
his skull
ripped
on his
that out
knee.
as his like fatality.
Actually, I'm glad you mentioned that because I always thought that would have been the ultimate flex for this movie. Because as much as Tong Po just holds people down and just keeps kicking them,
Yeah,
it would
he-
have been amazing to see Jean-Claude just fucking wrap his hair up and just like punch him or something.
Yeah, I mean, earlier in that very fight, he's grabbing Kurt by the hair and just like he's like holding him at full arm's length away so he can't reach him with his punches.
Yeah.
He's like grabbing him by the hair. So
Exactly.
yeah, it's like
Tong Po has a handle.
it's perfectly right for it to just like grab him by the ponytail and just yeet him. Give it a good old yank. But yeah, that's Kickboxer.
What was your good thing?
all of it.
I mean, yeah, there were some really enjoyable. There's some really funny scenes. I mean,
I do kind of appreciate, as full of tropes as this movie is, I do appreciate that she was actually pissed at him for ruining her store for saving her. Because you
'cause
never see that in a movie.
Yeah, I was
They're always like,
thinking
oh,
it,
thank
yeah.
you, my hero.
Yeah.
But it was realistic because she was like, what the fuck, man? You destroy-
I really enjoyed
You're
the
gonna pay
dancing
for these
scene.
tomatoes, you motherfucker.
I really enjoyed the dancing scene because I related to it.
That's like one of the most iconic things.
I think
Jean-Claude.
that's the best thing I've seen
Yeah.
in this.
I think the best thing actually is that an eagle follows him around the whole movie.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's a constant motif as well.
Yeah,
He
and,
always
and to
sees
the
an
point that like
eagle
right,
around him.
yeah, like right before he like delivers the final blow to Tong Po, like it flashes like back and forth between him and this eagle like 40 fucking times.
He's got the killer instinct, dude.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, that was Kickboxer. What we got for next week, Justin?
So next week we're gonna go over to the proud nation of Burma and hunt some cobras in Rambo 4.
Yeah!
He drove first blood.
Jones is breathing.
Cool.
So fucking ready.
I've never
for
seen
it.
any of the Rambo movies.
Time to pop out some Blu-rays.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Does he need to see the first one to see? I don't think so.
No.
I only saw the first
I mean,
one.
I know the
didn't
general.
see 2 and 3.
I know
can
the
ex-
general gist of it.
We
Like,
can explain his backstory pretty quick.
Yeah.
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 Rambo's
think
a
it's
killing machine. That's really all you need to know
Yeah.
going into the 4th one. And he's really hardcore, so that's why he hunts cobras.
Fuck yeah, he does.
Cool.
But
But
yeah, we'll watch
see you
that.
next week for Rambo 4.
All right, we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. We got to get back to practicing our spin kicks. Ready, guys?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Cash back.